So for exercise 4, we'll do some data cleansing, which means we're going to do some lookups between tables and create some conditional field transformations. First off, I'm going to select the sales invoice header. I'm going to select a couple of fields on that table. I'm going to need the number, which is basically the document number, and that's the field I need to link it up to the sales invoice line later. I don't really need the customer number here, but I'll pick it up anyway. And next up, I want the document date, because the document date is on the header, but it's not on the line, so I'm getting it from the header. To link this up with the sales invoice line, I'm going to need the document number on the sales invoice line as well, of course. Meanwhile, I'm selecting some extra fields. I got the line discount amount, got an extra measure in there. And from the item category, get the code and the description, so I can get that item category description in my item table instead of just the code. So once that's done, I place these tables in an order. You can do this yourself. You don't really need to do this. The tooling will execute them in the right order anyway. But I like this sorting. So what I did was I dragged the document date on the sales invoice line, and then I put in the joins these will use. The document date is called document date still. I'm going to keep that. It's a perfectly valid name for that field on the sales invoice line. I'm doing the same with the item category, and I'm getting the description to the item table, and I'll match up the code, the company, DW account, to the company and the code to the item category code. There we go. And I'm going to rename this field using F2, or I could right click it and edit the field. Next step, I'm going to do the same for the product group. So I'm getting that product group table above the item table, get the description towards the item table, match the DW account to the DW account and the product group code to the product group code. And again, I'll rename this lookup. Lastly, I'm doing it one more time with the country region table and getting that country name on my customer. First lookup, DW account, second one to code, to country region code. And renaming the field on the customer table. For the next part, I need to add the currency code to the customer table. I'll find it in the source again and just put a little check there. And now I'm gonna fix this currency code. As we would see in an ERP system like this, it is often blank for the currency code that matches the local currency code, because otherwise it wants to do a one-to-one calculation, for example. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to set it to USD if the country region is US. So to that currency code field, I added a custom transformation, and then I made that custom field transformation conditional. I'm going to deploy and execute all of this. And once deployment and execution is done, I will preview the tables, especially for the lookups. They are really easy to check. As you can see, they are nicely filled in. Where you see the country name on the customer table and the document date. I'm checking all of these just to see all my relations were correct. And that wraps up this exercise.